Wicket, and guess who? It's that man Shamar Joseph again. Brilliant effort this from the young Guyanese fast bowler. Australia lose another one. Bo Webster.
Once again, the back foot just got away from himself outside his eye line there. Simple catch to Hope, but once again, it was that man Joseph creating the pressure. He's enjoying this time of the game where the ball is just doing enough. Webster departs for one, score 161 for 5. This man, Carey, look at that record. But I'll tell you what he has been over the last 18 months for Australia. He's a man for a crisis. It's one of those players where you go through at different stages in your career where you're just at the top of your game, having another look at this wicket. Joseph, back of a length, just lost his feet there. Bo Webster, little tickle through there to Hope.
Well, it's all happening here at Sabina Park. Shamar Joseph, the man in the moment, asking all the questions. Just coming off a wicket. Bo Webster caught behind and immediately after. Inside edge of Carey. He survives.
I'll tell you what, that is a man at the top of his game. Carey has advanced down, over completed, 165 for 5. Look at the feet there of Bo Webster. When he makes contact with the ball, both feet are in the air, which then you lose total control of the top half of your body and you have to play with your hands, and that in the end led to him nicking the ball. He had no control of the top half because his feet were off the ground.
So the bowling card really showing the impact that Shamar Joseph continues to have in this test series. 3 of the 5 wickets going to the young Guyanese seamer. Tell me, with what you know of Travis Head, how does he think in a situation like this? Obviously he has a competent batsman at the other end in his wicketkeeper, but how do you think he takes on this situation?
I think Travis Head knows one way. The best way he likes to approach the game is put pressure back on the opposition, and that's why he's such an important player, because no matter what the situation in the game is, he changes momentum. And what that does, as you know, test match is about winning moments, and Travis Head wins those moments a lot quicker than the opposition. The interesting play here, Carey is advanced down second ball. Straight away there's a change in the approach here from the West Indies with the wicketkeeper coming up.
I'm not a wicketkeeper, Brad, but I can't think that this is going to be an easy time for any wicketkeeper on a wicket like this.
No, it's extremely tough, especially with what the ball's doing now. I actually wouldn't go up now. I don't mind Alex Carey advancing down the wicket early in his innings. It's a different beast, the pink ball. It's moving around. It might just bring a false shot. Let's see him do it a couple of times. If then he gets used to the pace of the wicket, then go up. But I wouldn't be changing straight away.
Well, there we look at the difficulties of standing up on this wicket this time of day with this ball.
You just have to look at the movement the ball is doing there. It's a different surfaces to the ones we played on in the first couple of Test match. Common sense has prevailed now that the keeper's gone back, but the reason you did it in the first two Test matches because the ball was going up and down and you wanted to keep the batsman in the crease. I wouldn't be so concerned with Alex Carey advancing down because of the movement of the ball.
Totally agree with you. I think there's too much happening. I think the wicketkeeper has a role to play, but standing back. And I also question whether the bowler Justin Greaves, would that put pressure on him as well with his keeper standing up, where he loses that freedom of knowing that if the ball does anything, it could be 4 byes, it could be a nick that doesn't get caught. So I think for where the West Indies are now, Shai Hope is in the best position.
That brings up 2,000 runs in Test cricket there for Alex Carey. And he's definitely come out with a point to prove today to put the pressure straight back onto the bowlers. As I said, a closer look at that one. That might be the first 6 of the day. But as a fielding team now, I'm not disappointed with that. Yes, it's a lovely shot from Alex Carey. He's higher confidence. This is his first 6 of the match there to Alex Carey. But it does create wicket opportunities with what the ball's doing now.
End of the 61st, Australia 177 for 5. So Australia, having just lost Bo Webster, has brought the Australian wicketkeeper Alex Carey to the wicket, and he hasn't wasted any time. 15 off 7, and he's shown his intent right away. He's now facing Shamar Joseph. And it's also taking a bit of pressure off Travis' head as well, Brad.
Yeah, you just have to look straight away at the field change. You got 2 now out on the leg side. He's got that single if they go straight at the stumps. But I imagine what they'll try to do here to Alex Carey. They've got 3 slips of gully a point. He's take the ball a bit wider and see if he wants to play with his hand and bring that ball back occasionally back at the stumps. It's been interesting to watch Alex Carey over the last 18 months. He's in one of those patches where you go through in your career where you're at the top of your game. His wicket keeping since the tour of India and Sri Lanka has been as good as any Australian wicketkeeper's gone to the subcontinent. The work he's done to Nathan Lyon with the fast bowlers standing so close to the stumps, but he's just in one of those patches in his career that he's got so much clarity in everything he tries to do.
Well, he continues a long tradition of wicketkeepers who bat for Australia. Top of the list, obviously, world-class Adam Gilchrist. Who's at number 3?
Well, I tell you what, at number 1, Jimmy, he ruined it for everyone. Before Adam Gilchrist, we didn't have to be an all-rounder. But look at that, 47. The rest of us are all around the same, but, mate, the great Adam Gilchrist, the way he changed the role, I think he had 1,700.
I think in an era when you had both himself and Kumar Sangakkara from Sri Lanka, I think between both of them, they redefined that role completely. Kumar obviously left it and concentrated just on his batting at the back end. Gilly went right through as a wicketkeeper batter, but totally redefining that role and what it meant and the value of a genuine top order batter who's also a world-class wicketkeeper.
Well, you're 100% correct. And what Adam did and Sangakkara was, you had to be a genuine all-rounder. You had to be able to contribute with the bat. But that, to me, and I remember speaking to Tim Paynter about it, it looked different to us than what it did for Adam Gilchrist. He was the exception to the rule, where our job, and the same as what Alex Carey's done outstanding over the last couple of years, is our job was to change the momentum of the game, put pressure back on the opposition and get runs when you need it.
Single to end the over. Australia 179 for 5.
Signs there for the West Indies. Shamar Joseph back on the field. Shamar Joseph's now decided to take a bit of a break. I tell you what though, what I have noticed, Greg Blewett we haven't seen much of all day till the 2 South Australians come out to bat, and he's straight at the front of the commentary box, videoing every moment of these two batting. Just remind him there's a game going on out there.
Behaving like a genuine fan, isn't he?
Well, he is. He's one-eyed. The only players he sees in this Australian cricket team is the 2 out there batting. And I tell you what, over the last period of time, these have been the 2 batters you want for a crisis. And it's been different to what you normally expect. It's not guts it through, work up balls. It's put pressure back on the opposition.
The West Indies will be happy to see Shamar Joseph returning to the field of play. There were concerns about his back. Apparently he went and got the scan, and we're hoping that that is the end of his issues.
And just look at the most runs there. Travis Head, 203 at 50, and Alex Carey, 181. Once again, you've got to love Travis Head, Jimmy. No matter what the surface is like, he'll play his way. If you just have a look around now at the field, you've got 2 slips, squarish gully point, but a deep point now, because Travis Head does pressure back onto the opposition bowlers, but more importantly, a new captain into Test cricket.
At this point, I don't think the West Indies would be unhappy with the approach from these two Australian batsmen. At the end of the day, yes, they might go for a few boundaries, but if the bowlers continue to be as disciplined as they have done to this point, there's every chance that they'll get a nick, maybe an inside edge onto the stump. Something is going to happen. And if it costs you a few runs, you're quite prepared in Test cricket to give that up, to make it happen.
It's interesting you say that in a normal Test match, but a pink ball Test match, the way Australia are approaching this innings now is, I'm going to get you before you get me, and I just have a feeling that they're not too concerned if they get bowled out. What they don't want to do is the scoreboard to stop. But they happen to get bowled out tonight, and there's still 27 overs remaining, and the West Indies happen to face 7. You could be 5 or 4 down. It's over completed. 180 for 5.
Runs in 11 overs in this, the third session of the first ever pink ball test at Sabina Park in Kingston, Jamaica. 2 wickets have fallen in the session. Steve Smith, very important wicket. He was beginning to look as if he'd found his best form, and then Bo Webster also caught behind off the bowling of Shamar Joseph, who has left the field. We're hoping nothing too serious, and we now see Warwican, left arm orthodox, coming back into the attack from the northern end.
Yeah, this is an interesting move. I like the move, but they do play differently, these two, to spin. Travis Head will look to use his power, hit over cow corner, aim at the side screen, where, on the other hand, Alex Carey's happy to play the reverse sweeps, the lap, and put pressure back on the bowler that way. So it's a good move, I think, from the captain. It's aggressive, but they will play different, so they're going to have to change the way you bowl.
Well, based on what you said, it'll be interesting to see what they do on the offside when Alex Carey takes strike. They might be tempted to put a man deep on the reverse sweep if that is going to be his get out of jail shot. We'll see. It'll be interesting.
Oh.
Alex Carey has showed an appetite to use the pace of the ball, use the reverse sweep laps. But what it has done on a number of occasions is also brought down his dismissal.
Catch it!
Another drop by the West Indies at pad. Tough one.
Sharp chance, that one, especially for a wicketkeeper.
Oh!
I was always taught in bat pad you should drop your first 2.
Get yourself out of there.
Yeah, tough chance.
You need those to come straight to you. To be fair to Tevin Imlach.
Wait there, Bart.
An interesting one. You just had a look there. The bat pad was watching the bowler come in. I've always been taught to get your reaction off how the back lift comes.
Catch.
Shot from Travis Head to finish this over, lofting it over extra cover. That takes him to 20 from 50 after 64 overs. Australia 184 for 5.
Justin Graves. This is an interesting period of the game for a number of reasons. Great to see Shamar Joseph back on the field. But he will not be allowed to bowl tonight again, even if he were able and capable. Shamar Joseph has bowled a nice lengthy spell, and he's left the field. So at a time when the ball is deviating off the seam, and Justin Graves and Jaden Seals, perhaps, if capable. But for now, though, Alex Carey is taking advantage of proceedings and playing aggressively, Shakira.
Yeah, just looking to push the game forward, Alex Carey. And why not? He's in the form of his life. Yeah, really capitalizing on any opportunity.
No run.
The official closing time for this day-night test match is up until 8:30 tonight local time, which is about 55 minutes from now, but you can add an extra half an hour if needed. Tea from 3:30 to 3:50, second session, and then dinner at 5:50 to 6:30, and then play should end at 8:30, when they can go home and have some sleep or back to their hotels. Great effort, great catch. Anderson Phillip, and it had to be a fast bowler to do it. Great athleticism.
I'm total in agreement with you, Bish. We fast bowlers are proud of that effort from Anderson Phillip. Yeah, the second piece of brilliance in the field from a West Indian. First it was Shea Hope behind the stumps, and then this. had to run to his right, and then look at the time he spent in the air. Full length dive on the field as a substitute. Anderson Phillip, and what an impact he's made. Crucial breakthrough for West Indies. Travis Head has to walk back for 20. 189 for 6.
Cummins replacing Travis Head. Oh, the question mark is the catch is taken cleanly. That's great athleticism just there. And people may wonder just there, is he in control of the ball and himself when he presses to get up off the ground? It's a brilliant piece of athleticism. And he had to deal with the disappointment of being left out of the test match today. But all facets, I said that to him this morning, I said, Anderson Phillip, all facets of your game, bowling, batting, fielding, have improved exponentially over the last 3 years. From the time we saw him in Test cricket in 2022. Travis Head never found fluency, my goodness. Find me a better one this series.
Bish, I dare say this period of play becomes even more interesting now with the fall of Travis Head. Will Australia look to push on and perhaps think about declaring to get a few overs at West Indies?
All right.
Yeah, viewers are probably watching and wondering why I'm talking about declaring.
Catch it!
With the score only at 190, you think about moments, you think about which period you're most likely to have the biggest impact on the game, and this period with the lights on is very crucial. So I wouldn't be too surprised if teams are looking to get a few overs in under the lights. Brand new ball under the lights could cause a lot of trouble.
Very good from Pat Cummins. Aggressive by nature with the bat in his hand.
And no mug with the bat. Pat Cummins, he's played some crucial roles as a batter, and really good. Bit too full for Warrior Can, allows the tall Pat Cummins to hit through the line of the ball, just to his leg side of it so he can get his hands through it.
Oh.
198 for 6. $198 for 6 again. we think that guy's a hero. Menon and his light enhancing glasses.
Yeah, I remember I got a pair of those lens to field in under lights. It felt so strange to have shades on under lights.
Oh no.
And then I was always worried that if I put down a catch, the crowd would berate me for having shades on.
West Indies also have Shamar Joseph back on the field as well as Jaden Seals. You said Shamar Joseph was there as well. He won't be bowling. Strikes again. West Indies are certainly enjoying life under lights.
Yeah, he hasn't had happy times with the bat this series, Justin Graves, but boy has he had an impact with ball in hand. Wickets in every innings for West Indies. And how crucial is this spell with Shamar Joseph not available to bowl? Big wicket of Alex Carey, who walks back for 21, 198 for 7.
And now time for a pause with a Dasani water break. For 7.
Third wicket for Justin Graves. Really good length again, drawing the batsman forward. He's been excellent today. A bit of a false stroke from Alex Carey. Hands going away from the body. You expect that from someone looking to score. A monumental match, not just because it's the first day nighter here at Sabina Park, but also because it's this man's 100th test as a fast bowler. Remarkable. Just the second Australian fast bowler to have done it, behind the legendary Glenn McGrath.
Hello. And he's the leading wicket taker in day-night test matches with 74 wickets at 18. And a tremendous career across formats, not just in test match cricket. And that's bounced about 8 inches higher than he anticipated. And I take your point about the difficulty if West Indies have to bat tonight. Australia actually declared in that day-night encounter in the first innings at the Gabba. 9 down, West Indies were 15 for 1 at the end of that day's play. Oh. 198 for 7. Shakira, to your point, and the speculation for Ruston Chase is his 2 opening batters have been off the field injured for some time. Mikhail Louis limped off, and John Campbell was hit around the throat area while fielding close into the bat. They haven't returned to the field since, as Shamar Joseph has, but he won't be bowling. Jayden Seals now, quite understandably, takes over from Jamel Warrican. So concerns all around, as much as the West Indies will be enthused by taking wickets here under lights.
Yeah, Vishan, as a West Indian fan, you're thinking, suppose these 2 batters aren't available to bat. If they haven't recovered from the injury as yet, it means someone else will have to step up to open. Suppose the backroom staff and Ruston Chase will be thinking about that whilst they're trying to get these final 3 wickets.
This was Mikhail Louis, somehow injuring his leg and leaving the field in some sort of pain. John Campbell was struck in the chest or throat. So if you're Kevlon Anderson, you're thinking, am I going to be opening in my first test match? Or is Shea Hope, you're thinking, am I going to do the white ball job up top?
Yeah, and even Brandon King, who opens in white ball cricket as well. I don't want Brandon King having to open. Craig Brathwaite, obviously, the batter who would have opened the batting for West Indies for 90 tests consecutively, not playing today.
Impact so. Impact so.
What a way it would be to come back in though. He'd be thinking, I wish I had gotten the opportunity to bat on this. This is the best surface yet.
Yeah.
Shea Hope has opened the batting 14 times in Test match, 10 times in Test match cricket. Those were in the early days of 2015 when he started his Test match career. Got to get Stark playing. I wouldn't mind seeing an extra slip in there either. If you're Jaden Seals, where would you take him from? You could probably look to take the cover fielder out. Straight on target. He does get it straight, and another one goes down. And Seals, well, there might be a conversation from those in higher authority about that discussion with him sending Stark off.
Yeah, 5 wickets no loss in this session. West Indies have been brilliant under the lights. There is assistance, but you still have to put the ball in the right areas. Hammer to the send off. Start walks back in his 100th Test match before making an impact. 199 for 8.
Some discussions there from Coach Andrew McDonald with Josh Hazelwood first in choosing the ball. Umpire Bassarat has taken the 2 boxes of balls up there. Scott Boland comes to the crease, and he is as metronomic in his accuracy with ball in hand, but it's the end of Stark.
Yeah, top of off. It's what every bowling coach is asking for. And again, excellent length. And the stumps in play, Jaden Seals. He's so good in the Caribbean. Still quite young, still growing. You can only imagine what he's going to be.
.200 comes up, and again Australia look intent on getting the West Indies into bat one way or the other tonight. John Campbell, just to remind you, and Mikhail Louis off the field injured. Mentioned before, Pat Cummins declared 9 down in the first innings of the day-night encounter between these two teams last year at the Gabba.
No.
Fascinating to see Shakira Boland and how he goes. He's been exceptional at home. 6 for 7 in his debut Test match against England in the Ashes in 2021. I remember sitting watching it and almost falling off the bed of my hotel room. The way he ran through England's batting order. His figures away from home in 4 Test matches, not as great as he would like. Nothing compared to his home numbers.
Yep.
He's off the mark. But even at age 36, he is a phenomenally accurate bowler, pounding in on a good length, over after over after over, which is his MO. Of Aborigine heritage as well, which is a proud legacy for him and his family and his brother, who also plays or has played some professional cricket in the future leagues back in Australia. It's high, it'll take some catching, it'll take some catching. Nobody. Phillips was looking, I think, at Tevin Imlach, who was looking at Phillips, and in the end, no one got to it.
Yeah, swinging they say, Pat Cummins gets high. You think Anderson Phillip misjudged it. It was his catch. Remember, he took a spectacular one a few overs ago.
I guarantee you West Indies will bat tonight, one way or the other. We'll go for the review.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. Original decision is not out. Bowler's feet checked, it's a fair delivery. Have spin vision, please. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any bat involved, but can we just confirm that with Ultra Edge, please? Keep it rolling through, please. Keep it rolling through. Yeah. Just take that. Just take that. Roll it back, Gav, please. Just roll it right back, please, to where the ball. Yeah, keep it rolling through now. Keep it rolling through. Yeah, keep it rolling through. Clear gap between bat and ball. Yeah, no bat involved. Go to ball tracking when ready, please. Pitched in line, impacted line, wickets missing. Nitton, you can stay with your original decision of not out. Stand by. On screen signal now.
He wanted a 6th wicket in the session. No. 5 wickets have gone down in this final session of play tonight.
No.
5 for 66 so far in the session. 204 for 8. 1 wicket in that first session. It could have been more. The ball went past the bat on a number of occasions. 2 in the second session and 5 under lights. We'll see if that trend continues for as long as this test match goes. All the way for 6. It's a good shot from Pat Cummins.
Yeah, lots of wickets have fallen this session. It's also been the fastest scoring session of the test so far. And the ball does fly off the bat under the lights as well. Probably not fully controlled. It goes way beyond the boundary.
It's sort of an area of the ground that is downhill and kind of a shorter boundary area. And whenever we played, you wanted to try to stay away from getting guys hitting down there. Back-to-back 6s for Australia's captain.
And this one much more authoritative. Brilliant from Pat Cummins. We did see he's very handy with bat in hand. Good length delivery. Just look at the way he keeps his balance. Such a good shot. And of course, scrambling to get a touch of that pink ball.
A little change in the field with a deep third going in, very fine. Another 55 minutes left of play on this opening day of this third test. Day-night encounter, historic at this ground. 1 previous in the Caribbean in test matches in Barbados, your hometown, Shakira. Sri Lanka, West Indies, 2018. Should be taken. Kevlin Anderson pockets it. Another wicket for Jaden Seals. Eyes on Pat Cummins as he departs. Cummins goes for 24, 216 for 9. Six wickets now in this final session so far. It's not beyond the realms of impossibility that it won't be the last in this session tonight. Josh Hazlewood comes to the crease Concerned still with West Indies opening batters not on the field.
Yeah, attempted to clear the boundary once more. Falls way short on this occasion. Pat Cummins. Seals utilizing his white ball skills after being struck for 2 maximums at the beginning of the over. What we've spoken about across this series, adjusting to situations.
It's a lovely shot. No sighter needed by Josh Hazelwood. 220 for 9.
Yeah, low to back, Josh Hazelwood. No declaration and give him one job. Score as quickly as you can. Straight out the middle of the bat. Ain't the over the boundary.
For 9 Australia. Remember, they won the toss and they elected to bat first this session. You've seen an acceleration in play, both in terms of wickets falling as well as run scoring. Shamar Joseph returns. Yeah, that's gone for 4 as well, so it's been a flurry of boundaries, hemorrhaging actually from a West Indian standpoint. Hello, Brad.
Hello, Sam. What about this? We talk about baseball, but this is as entertaining as it gets. The crowds come in, the grandstand's full. There's been some unbelievably athletic catches, some attacking batting, indifferent batting, some high quality bowling, but one thing is for sure, now we know why Australia picked the 4 fast bowlers, so they can have an opportunity to bowl at night.
And that will be an additional run here. Since that dinner break, we always knew that this session will have a lot of activity. It's been frenetic. Just look at the approach from the Australians. Steve Smith, Travis Head, Alex Carey, all of them looking to score quite quickly. They perished along the way, but the intent was quite clear. And that was the wicket of Smith, then Head, then Carey. But all in an attempt to get runs very quickly. Your take on that approach, Brad Haddon? It's taken. Final wicket goes. Shamar Joseph picks up another against Australia. He really is the Aussie slayer. And yet again, West Indies have dismissed Australia, taking all 10 wickets and doing so on day 1. A remarkable bowling performance from them. There'll be concerns about the batting and who will come out to open, but for now, Shamar Joseph with another 4-for.